G'day fellas, and welcome back to the channel. Quick recap of last week. We went 8 from 8. Our first perfect week of the season. We've only been doing them since week 10, but regardless, it's good to get an 8 out of 8 in the bag. Round 25 is a very interesting week. I don't feel confident this week. We've gone with a lot of underdogs, so make sure you choose your picks carefully this week. Without further ado, let's get into it. Starting off, Thursday night, the Cowboys are hosting the Sharkies. First off, Taumalolo is playing his 250th game, but Val Holmes and Jeremiah Nanai will still be out. I do think a lot of people are sleeping on the Sharkies here. They are notorious for getting stomped by top 8 teams, but dominating teams outside of the top 8. That was proven false, though, when they destroyed the Rabbitohs. Hazelton is a big forward that they need back, and he will be back this week, and it's good to see the Sharkies are at full strength heading into the finals. I do like the Cows here at home, don't get it twisted, but because of the outs, I'll give the slight edge to the Sharks, and our first underdog of the week, the Sharks 1-12. Now, the first game of Friday, the Warriors hosting Manly. I think Manly's season is pretty much over. Nico Klokstad should be back for the Warriors, which is a huge boost. Sean Johnson is likely to play, but probably won't be on goal-kicking duties. Tui Pilotu will likely play, which is nice for Manly, but unfortunately Burbo is out of this matchup. Even if they were at full strength, I don't like Manly here. I want to take their rampaging Warriors, and I'm going to take them here 13+. The second game of Friday, and our second underdog, the Eels hosting the Roosters. Now, a tough blow for Mitchell Moses being out for the season, as he does have some good reps already this year, and I'm keen to see what he can do with Dylan Brown. RCG and Sivo are both back here, which is a huge lift for a struggling Parasite. Now, the Roosters look to be at full strength, but I think people are putting too much faith in the Chookies here. Think about it. Before Sivo was suspended, I'm pretty sure he led the league overall in tries. RCG helps take the stress off the forwards and puts most of the starters back in their normal positions. We saw Para do pretty well, I think, when Mitchell Moses was out for Origin. Normally, you take the team with all the momentum, but I don't care. I'm taking Para here, 1-12. First game of Saturday, and our third underdog of the week, the Tigers hosting the Dolphins. And it's crazy to think that I'm not talking about the Tigers here being the underdogs. It is the Dolphins. Now, the Hammer, Lemuelu, and Kenny Bromwich are probably all out of this matchup, which is just ridiculous on top of the Dolphins already struggling. Oh, but don't stop there. Jeremy Marshall-King is also out of this game. The Tigers have beaten the Panthers this year, which says a lot. So I know that they can get jobs like this done. But for some reason, I just like the Dolphins here. They are overdue for a win. It's crazy. Well, both teams are really. It would feel silly backing the Tigers, even though they've done so well lately. I just can't back them. I'm going to take a crutch-ridden Dolphins team this week, 1-12. Now, the second game of Saturday, the Titans hosting the Panthers. Looks like the only out for the Panthers is still Isaac Tungo, which means Luai and Mitch Kenny are back. Whilst the Titans welcome back AJ Brimson. Kieran Foran will be out, which sets the Titans back quite a bit. Regardless, I like Penrith here. I think everybody will take Penrith here. I'm going to take him 13+. The last game of Super Saturday, the Dragons are hosting the Stormies. There's not really much to say here. Zach Lomax should be out, which tells me one thing. I'm going to take the Stormies 13+. Even at full strength, I'm not taking the Dragons with a 10-foot pole. It's an obvious pick for me, and we'll leave it at that. Now, to start off Sunday, the game of the week, the Knights hosting the Bunnies. What a game this should be. There's definitely some big questions for the Knights halves this week, but we could see Phoenix Crossland or Adam Clune return, but don't quote me on that. I also did a little bit of digging, and I couldn't find anything on Bradman Best. I don't know if he's back this week or just not back until the semis or whatever. I'm just going to assume he's back. The Bunnies look good to go, though. They're playing for their season at the moment, but they haven't really impressed me since they've been back to at least close to full strength. Any other week, I'm taking the Bunnies as it's a safe choice against anybody, but the Knights are on such a roll, I gotta back him until we see him get beaten bad. Gonna take the Knights at home here, 1-12. And the last game of the week, the Raiders hosting the Doggies. Rapana will be good to go. Should he take an early plea, which I think he should do, Nick Kotrick is also in doubt, which just doubles down here on the Raiders being super weak at the moment. Jacob Preston for the Doggies could miss the rest of the season, but at this point, it doesn't really matter. The reality is the Raiders really need this win. I think they'll take a step back this week. They're playing at home. They'll get back to their normal style of footy. The Doggies won't really pose too much of a threat, I don't think, at least. They will definitely use this week to rebuild their confidence, and I'm going to take him here 1-12. Now, like I said, we have gone for 4 underdogs this week. You could literally pick the opposite of every team I chose this week, and I think you'd have a valid argument. So, not the most confident I've been this season without a doubt, but it should still be a cracker of a week considering there's so many games that are a toss-up. As always, let me know your predictions down in the comment section, but if you made it this far in the video, you are the real MVP. Hope the rest of your day is awesome, and from me personally, I'm out. Peace.